Hi guys, welcome to lesson 8. You're doing great. In this lesson, we'll learn basic SQL queries and data retrieval, which are the core of SQL, right? So we've previously seen that SQL is the language we use to interact with our database, and we'll be building more on that. So today, we'll start with the select statement, which is the foundation of all queries. And then we'll explore ways to refine our results. We'll be seeing how to filter data using the where clause, how to sort our results using order by, eliminating duplicates using distinct, and finding patterns with likes and wildcard. And by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to write efficient queries that extract and organize data like a pro. So let's get started. All right, let's dive into the select statement, which is one of the most fundamental commands in SQL. The select statement is used to retrieve data from a database. So think of it like asking a question to the database and it responds with the information you need. So this is the basic syntax: select :1, :2 from table name. Right? So this means that we can specify exactly which column we want to pull from the data. But what if we want to retrieve all the columns in a table? This is where we'll be using an asterisk, which acts as a wildcard for all columns, right? So a vivid example here is this select statement we were just written: select asterisk from all tables. So this would return every column in that table. It's a simple but powerful way to get the data you need. You will need to use it all the time in SQL. So let's look at some real examples. So we're back here now, and we'll be using the data that are in a cake database. So quickly, we know what to do. We'll tell SQL which database we'll be using. So use cake DB. This is the one we want. Okay. So now the select statement, the syntax is select :1, :2 from, then you specify the table, right? In this case, we want to see all the columns first. So we'll say select, and what wildcard do we use for all columns? Asterisk. So select asterisk from, then you tell it the table from, let's say, cakes. Okay. Then we'll execute this. You highlight all and execute. So let's see what we have. Right. So as you can see here, our cake ID, name, price, and descriptions are columns in our data set, right? All right, what if we only want to see 2 columns? Take, for instance, we want to see cake name and their prices. So we'll come here, we'll say, instead of, okay, so say select. So this time we'll not be selecting all, right? We'll select the exact columns we want. So select name, right? Name, comma, price. So we'll tell you which table we want to get it from. So say from cakes. Okay. So let's quickly run this, execute. And as you can see, we only have our name and price, not the entire columns in our cake tables. So that's how we use the select statement. So now that we know how to retrieve data, let's talk about how to filter it. The where clause allows us to filter records based on a specific condition. Instead of getting all the data, we can retrieve only the rows that meet a certain criteria. So this is the syntax: select :1, :2 from table name, where condition. Okay, so where, in front of our where statement, is where you want to put the condition to be met. Okay, so for example, let's quickly take a look at it in SQL. So let's say, for instance, a customer walks into our store and goes, I would like to get the coconut candy cake. I saw a post you put out on Instagram on your page, but I don't know the price. Can you tell me what price it is? So you say, okay, cool. Let me check. All right. So we would like to return the name of the cake as well as the price. So this is where we'll be using filter the where statement. So let's quickly go. So say select, what column do we want to see now? I want to see the name and the price, right? The name and the price. Okay. So select those columns from our cakes table. Yes. From cakes. Now the where statement. So where name, right? Where the name is equals to, okay, where it equals to coconut candy, cake. All right. So we'll execute this now and we'll be able to tell our customer if we have a cake called coconut candy in our database as well as its price. And as you can see, our cake name coconut candy and its price being 12,973 naira. Great. So let's quickly get back to class. Welcome back. So now that we've known how to use the where clause, we'll be seeing some operators to combine with the where clause, right? So the where clause supports different conditions like the comparison operators. So we have equals to, greater than, less than, greater and equals to, less equals to, or not equal. Okay, great. So let's look at the next set of operators that the where clause supports. So we'll be seeing the logical operators, the and, or, and not. Next, we have the pattern matching, the like, in, and between. Okay, and that would be it. So we'll quickly take a look at it in SQL, right? Some examples. So it also supports null. It also supports like I previously mentioned, it supports is null. It's not null, right? Filtering makes data retrieval more precise, and it helps us focus on the most relevant information. So let's try out some examples. Let's take, for instance, a customer walks up to us and says, I'm on a budget, but I would like some cakes. Can you show me the cakes you have between 5 to 10,000 naira? So that's our customer's budget, 5 to 10,000 naira. They say, okay, let me check my database and I will give you a figure soon, or I'll give you some names, right? So what we want to do is we want names and we want the price, right? Then we want to filter with prices between 5 to 10,000 naira. Pretty simple. So what you want to do is, of course, start with the select statement, then name. Would like to see the name and the price, right? From our cake table, is that right? From cakes. From cakes. Okay, so where prices, or where price, since it's not plural. So where price is between 5,000 and, so you see how I did not say between 5,000 to 10,000. Okay, in this case we'll be using the and operator here. Okay, between 5,000 and 10,000. Okay, great. So let's quickly execute this and let's tell our customer the list of cakes that falls within this budget. So execute. So we have 10 cakes. Okay, so these are some weird names, by the way. We have puff puff cake, agbalumo cake, akamu cheesecake, and malt cake, and the likes. Okay, so in this case, we've been able to retrieve the names of cake that fall under these conditions as well as their prices also. All right, so if I want to see cakes that their prices are above 10,000 naira, it's very simple. So, select the name, okay, as well as price. Then, okay, from cakes, where price, okay. So where price is greater than 10,000. And then we execute this. So as you can see, these are cakes with their prices above 10,000 naira. So it's as simple as that, nothing difficult. So if you want to see prices that they are cakes that their prices are exactly 15,000 naira, you can just say price equals 15,000 naira and so on and so forth. So next, we'd like to see how to sort our data now that we already know how to filter our data. The order by clause is what we use to arrange query results in either ascending or descending order. And this is very useful when we want to organize data meaningfully, right? Like sorting sales records from highest to lowest or listing names alphabetically. So this is its syntax. Select column 1 from the table name, then order by column 1, then you choose either in ascending or descending order. Ascending order, by the way, is the default order which SQL would sort our column. So you don't necessarily have to put ASC in front of it for it to sort in ascending order. I will show you what that means quickly. And it means that the lowest value comes first. For the descending order, the highest, it arranges the column in highest to lowest, so the highest value comes first. So yeah, let's quickly take a look at what that looks like. So take, for instance, we want to see our priciest cake, right? So alongside with the name of the cake. So order cake and price column, then we'll order it by the price column, right? Let me just quickly show you what that means. Let's put it to test. So we want to select the name and the price, of course. Then we'll tell SQL which table we want it from. Okay, so from cakes, of course. Then order by which column now? The price, since we want to see our priciest. So since we want to see the most expensive cake, right, what order would we be sorting it? In descending order. Okay, so it's going to show us from highest to lowest. So execute. And as you can see, the most expensive cake here is a Boli banana cake going for 13,964 naira. Okay. Quickly, I want to show you what it means to sort in ascending order. I previously mentioned that the ascending order is the default mode for SQL to sort a column, so you don't necessarily have to put ASC in front of it. So let's say we want to sort our price column in ascending order. I want to see the cheapest cake we have in that order to the most expensive. So let's say order by price and not put ASC in front of it. This is how it's supposed to be, ASC, for it to be in ascending order. So if I just say price, let's see what it will give us. Okay, so execute. As you can see, Zobo cake being the cheapest, 3,113 naira. So let's also use ASC and see what we have. Okay, so ASC, then we execute it. You see, it's the same thing, okay? But some interfaces do not accept that. You would have to put the order you want to sort your column in, okay? So yeah. Now that you know that, let's, move forward. Sometimes when we retrieve data from a database, we might see duplicate values in a column. So if we want unique values alone, we can use the distinct keyword, okay? So the distinct keyword removes duplicate value and ensures that each value in a specified column appears only once in the result. So here's its syntax. Select distinct column 1 from table name. Okay, so we'll quickly see an example briefly, but I want you to keep in mind that the distinct function, helps us remove redundancy and makes our query more efficient when analyzing unique data points. So let's try it out. So now that we are here, we would like to select distinctive values of, let's say, our location. So we have our customers table from our, cake database, right? And as you can see, the location here, we have Ibadan twice. So Ibadan appeared twice here. So let's say we want to select only their location or their location and their names, but we want location to be distinctive. We don't want Ibadan to come twice, okay, for instance now. So we'll be using the distinct clause. So quickly, let's take a look at that. I would only be selecting location in this case. We'll say select. So select location, right? Location, okay? From which table? Customers table. So I'm just going to copy this. Okay, great. I missed something, the distinct. So select distinct. Okay, so let's quickly execute this and see what we have. Okay, as you can see now, we no longer have Ibadan occurring twice or Lagos, Kano. Every values you see here are only occurring once. And that's what we want. So that's it, guys. We've come to the end of this video. I hope you've been able to learn something. Don't forget to put everything you've learned to practice, okay? So yeah, I'll see you in the next class. But before I go, if you like this video, if you've learned something, leave my video a like. And if you have any question, please go ahead and put it in the comment section. I'll keep an eye out for that. All right, bye. Thank you.